Alright y'all boys, so I'm pretty sure most of you guys already know Xenoverse 3's trailer got released and announced for 2027. And yeah, of course, we are all hyped and happy for this game, but this whole situation kind of gives birth to a new question. Is Shinobi Striker 2 even possible at this point? You know, being made by the same team, being promoted by the same team. Do we have like an even slight chance we can get a second game after Xenoverse got 3? I want to tell my opinion on this whole stuff going on, and matter of fact, I recently did a post when Xenoverse 3 got announced where I asked you guys if we could see Shinobi Striker 2 in the foreseeable future, and some of you guys already hoped for a sequel to this game. So I wanted to do like this long form video where I talk about Shinobi Striker 2 so maybe more people can find this, and in this way we can send a message to Bandai that bro, we are still here, we are still playing this game, we are still making content of this game, you know, I'm talking about the content creators, and we deserve a second game, to be honest. Like I said, I feel very happy for Xenoverse fans, but I myself never played a Xenoverse game.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Because when it was very popular, you feel me, Xenoverse 2 Prime, I was not familiar with the Dragon Ball anime. I have not watched it then. Now that I watched everything there is to watch on Dragon Ball, I feel like I am on this hype train for this game. But it just doesn't sit right with me that the Naruto version of Xenoverse is not getting the same attention it deserves. Yeah, don't get me wrong, we have constant updates with new weapons and new DLCs, and the meta pretty much changes pretty frequently. But you know, like Ernie Burns said, by the way, huge shout out to him because he inspired me to make this video and help the Shinobi Striker community as much as I can by possibly sending a message to Bandai. We deeply deserve a fresh start, and y'all cannot argue with me when I say that a fresh start would just revive the whole Shinobi Striker community, and the content would again blow up like it happened in the prime years of this game. I'm not one to talk, by the way. I started YouTube on Shinobi Striker back in 2024. The game was pretty much already on live support, but I tried to be supportive and creative and bring out the best content I could have possibly delivered. Lots of people would have said that a sequel is not even possible for Shinobi Striker at this point because it's been way too long, and they are actively promoting Season 10, which based on past seasons we got in this game, this could last for about 10 months or even more than that. So this whole year is scrapped of a Shinobi Striker 2 announcement because I don't think they're gonna announce a sequel to this game when they're actively like doing stuff for Shinobi Striker as it is right now. But who am I to talk, bro? They've already like announced some DLCs for Xenoverse 2 when they announced Xenoverse 3, so I don't even know at this point, bro. I mean, they do stuff that just messes up with our brain, and we can just stay here and sit and like, okay, so what's next? The time between Xenoverse 2 and Xenoverse 3 is literally 11 years. At this point, saying that a Shinobi Striker 2 may release in 2028 maybe, for example, is not a crazy take in my opinion. In the past 2 years, I've heard lots of concepts and predictions for what Shinobi Striker 2 could be. You know, new game modes, new maps, all that stuff. A fresh new story mode would be actually amazing. And not gonna lie, if they just wipe everything and make everybody start with a fresh new account and they somehow decide not to transfer the progress between games, is that a price we are not ready to pay for? I mean, come on, bro. It is kind of extreme. It is kind of bold for them to not transfer the progress, but come on, bro. Shinobi Striker 2, I know a lot of y'all are gonna instantly buy it, myself included. Just think about how crazy Shinobi Striker was in the pandemic era, hitting over 5k players, and I know it's not much, but for an anime game, bro, for what Shinobi Striker stands for, that's a lot of like player base, bro. I would honestly think people miss the prime era of this game so much that a new fresh sequel would just bring so many people back. I feel like this game was always the what if Naruto game. What if they actually added more customization? Like for example, add a way to equip Sharingan eyes or other dojutsus on our CACs. I believe that we've been asking for that since the game released in 2018, and we're still asking for that, bro. What if they made new game modes besides the classic 4v4s everybody is so used to? What if they expanded more on the idea of survival exercise and really made a whole ass tournament inspired by the Chunin exams? In this game right now, I don't know how many of y'all are still paying attention to what rank you are in the game, like Genin, Chunin, or Jonin. To be honest, it doesn't even make sense to me that you have to complete certain VR missions in order to get the Chunin rank. I would have loved a big tournament with players having 1v1 fights and the rest of them spectating and analyzing their future opponents' moves and builds, and at the end have a big ass 1v1 final match between the guys that won, and if you win that, you get a Chunin rank. This system can also work in events or who knows, even tournaments for real life money we can compete in. Cause I know at some point the community even hosted a world championship event on their own. And guess what? It was when it was blowing up crazy in 2021. So I believe a new Shinobi Striker 2 game can open up more competitive doors. Like, let's be for real, there are a lot of clans and people who generally try too much for what this game is and what state it's in. So deciding to lean into competitive stuff can just make casual players have more fun without worrying about clan 4 stacks, and at the same time give the players that actually want a challenge a way of playing. In that way everybody wins and the game is pretty much balanced. That's not the only thing I could see being added in a sequel, also a weekly event where we get to fight a different tailed beast, for example, with some friends. Like, everybody gets 2 or 3 friends with them and grinding the weekly event for some pretty good rewards. It's not something that is impossible to make, like they don't have the servers for that, because realistically speaking it's just a VR mission with your friends but add new ways of fighting. Waves get harder as you damage the boss and the rewards are better based on if you didn't die or if you defeated the boss in a certain amount of time. We can just sit here and talk about new addition to the game, and I promise y'all this video will be like an hour long. Also, the fact that Banzai is publishing both Xenoverse and Shinobi Striker, they could just borrow some stuff from one another and people will not brag about that. You know, not just Shinobi Striker recycling DLCs from the Storm series games, cause yeah, we kinda know that's happening. They could just expand the customization so much. I don't know, for example, make us so we can wear our headband wherever we want, like on our neck, or I don't know, on our legs. These things are already in the game in some form, but they are locked behind an outfit. For example, we have the Boruto outfit where Momoshiki takes control and his headband falls on his neck. Like, I want that on my character, but I don't want to specifically wear that outfit. These small things could make the game so smooth and fun to play with, but I feel like in order to achieve them, we just need a second game, because I feel like this game is beyond saving, bro. It just doesn't need a save right now, it just needs like a new birth, bro. Like just be reborn from your own ashes kind of shit, bro. I don't know, bro. They need to go full crazy mode after season 10 if they really plan on launching one, and just like listen to the community, man. Listen to our ideas, because I'm hearing some amazing ideas that makes me think, oh damn, that would be actually so cool. One idea that really made me think this can genuinely be added to a sequel is from Ernie's video. And I would highly suggest you guys to watch his video because he explains everything better. I'm here just to help the cause, you feel me? And make them understand that we really appreciate a third game for Xenoverse, but they also need to look at the other game that has been creating content and carrying the anime gaming community on YouTube like crazy. Ernie suggested multiple starting lobbies. Like, do y'all even remember that at the start of the game you choose a village? That thing is literally there just for you to get a headband equipped on your character, just so you can change it right after you complete the tutorial. Like, that doesn't even make sense. What is the point of making me choose a village and expect me to travel between villages? That's the main thing I want to see in a future sequel. Different lobbies for each village, and in each village you have different NPCs that give different missions and different rewards. Like Gara in the Sand Village or the Akatsuki in the Rain Village, for example. That would be so amazing. This can open up to so much content, and to be honest, I don't even know why they didn't pull the trigger on this idea first day of release. In my opinion, now that I'm seeing what hype Xenoverse 3 is bringing to the anime gaming community, I feel like we can get that too with Shinobi Striker. In my other videos about season 10 of Shinobi Striker, I predicted that this could be the last season of this game. After they finish it, they give us like a little time to play with the DLCs, then in 2027, somewhere around the middle of the year, they drop the bomb that, hey, we got y'all, we hear y'all, and we are dropping a second game. Now, I want to believe they would drop these news on a special event like a Naruto anniversary or a Shinobi Striker anniversary, but Naruto's 25th anniversary already happened, and Shinobi Striker will see its 8th anniversary somewhere in August this year. So everything just doesn't line up for a Shinobi Striker announcement. But yeah, I'm still hoping, I really hope someone from Bandai is watching at least one video about Shinobi Striker 2, not necessarily my video because who I am to speak, and hopefully we will see a new game for us Naruto fans too. I still remember when I first got this game in 2018 with one of my friends and playing this game all day and night. I have been a Naruto fan as long as I know myself, and a fan of this game since it got released. I love making content on it, and for me, a sequel would be just so amazing. Now let me know your thoughts in the comments if this Xenoverse 3 announcement gave y'all a little bit of hope for Shinobi Striker and what you would like to see in a possible future game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all boys next time. Take care.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. Got more remedies inside my DNA.
Shinra Tensei.